Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. Today is Thursday. Happy Thursday to you. I hope that your morning is going well. Got up, got my coffee, put my special whipped topping inside your coffee. I haven't had that in a long time. I used to do homemade whipping cream and put it in my coffee every day. Oh, so good, but I stopped doing that just to get away from the extra calories. And then today I thought, ooh, there's some in the refrigerator. I'm gonna put that in there. So good. Canned stuff's okay because it's like, you know, processed and not the real stuff. But if you make some homemade whipped cream, just get the heavy whipping cream, whip it until it's like fluffy. Add a little bit of, I do the granulated sugar, like 2 tablespoons for a cup of it, I think it is. And it's just so, it's like that creaminess, can't be beat. But I'm not doing that right now, so that's okay. So I just had the little fake version in the refrigerator, and that was a nice little treat this morning. So got up, got in my kitchen here, and I'm ready to roll today. It's gonna be a beautiful day. We're supposed to hit 70 today in the south. Oh, this is my favorite. This day, because you know what I'm doing today? I'm baking cookies. And one of my first favorite memories of moving to North Carolina was because we moved from Michigan and it's freezing. It's cold in the wintertime. You bake cookies, it's freezing. You know, it's wonderful memories. But I was able to open my door wide open and be baking Christmas cookies. And I thought, wow, this is the life. So today I'm gonna bake too, and it's gonna be the life. It's gonna be 70, I'll be opening my windows. It's gonna be a great day. So what I'm doing right now is we have a community tree lighting ceremony event that we have every year. We've been coming, I think, ever since we moved here. I think the first year it was freezing and my kids and I went, and we went, and they were just blessing those kids and giving them tons of cookies and candies. And I'm like, and they were little, I'm like, they don't need that much stuff. And so every year we go to our tree lighting and do, they have, you know, sing Christmas songs and everybody gets together. And so it used to be super small, real small. One of the first times it was just my kids going, and that's it, the only kids, and they were all older people. And then as every year went on, more and more people came. And so last year we had a real nice size of people. So it pays to start doing something instead of nothing. You think that you don't have a big group in your community, don't have a big group in your church, don't have a big homeschool group, don't have a big friend group. Guess what? Start something. Start small and just be consistent with what you do. I even think when I did my first homeschool group, it was literally myself and another mama, and she was my best friend. So we would do this thing every single week, and it took a few years, and then finally, I mean, not a few years, it took a few months, and then we had more and more people, and so it was so nice. And sometimes we just had her, and then sometimes we had 10, sometimes we had 15. So it grows with the consistency. So keep that rolling. So we go every year, and so we started doing, when we started our homeschool group here, we started making cookies, and then I had everybody come and we decorated, and then we take the Christmas cookies to the tree lighting. And that was always fun because you've got because you have to remember, we live in a community. We have younger people here too, but most of them are older people. And so the kids, you know how kids decorate Christmas cookies, like not perfect, right? And so I remember there was literally like the 15 eyeball snowman, you know, and all these colors, and every cookie had sprinkles on it, and they just ate it up and thought it was the best thing in life. And so thankfully there was another woman that bought ones from Sam's Club to kind of, you know, balance it out, so it wasn't just all sprinkles and sugar. But we were able to still do those, and everybody loves it, and kids love it, and it's a fun time. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to make all the cookies, get them baked up, make a bunch. I'm gonna make a bunch for my community, and then I'm also gonna make, if I had to make a cookie that I don't like doing, it would be cutout cookies, because the time, the mess. Again, I don't mind doing it, but it's an undertaking. I was looking back to when I was looking at my recipe of how I make it, and I had to laugh because I had my younger kids, if you go to my blog, it's on, the recipe's on there, and I said, and then if you want some insanity, have your, let's see, this is the fun part. Let your 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8-year-old loose in the kitchen with bowls filled with sugar, sprinkles, and candy type toppings. Yikes. And I do remember they were all lined up on my kitchen counter, and there was just stuff everywhere. And I was just like, so that back then, young mama, I've learned to do things so it's not as messy. So make your cookies in one day, your baking part, get it all mixed up, let your dough sit for a little bit. I'm gonna have to kind of fast forward that because I did not do that last night. Roll them out, give your kids their own individual ball of dough. Otherwise, they're gonna say, Mom, can I roll? Can I roll? Can I roll? And then they'll put the cookie cutters in the middle of your rolled out dough, so you won't be able to do multiple ones. So give them their own, just let them mess with it, let them add flour to it. Who cares? If they want to bake it, let them, it's okay. So That tiny little piece will give you some sanity while you're trying to do the bulk of the work, mamas. And then get them all baked. What I'm gonna do is freeze mine. These will freeze great for the whole month. And so I won't freeze most of them because they're for our community, but I'm gonna save some for our home, and I'll freeze those and we'll decorate those closer to Christmas time. So then comes the fun decorating part. Now we are gonna take it to our homeschool group that we do at our church. We meet there, and so we're gonna decorate. You can make your own homemade frosting. I just bought the canned frosting to make it easier. Dye it up, give the kids popsicle sticks, and then to save on mess, like we're gonna have a lot, so we're gonna put down those dollar plastic tablecloths and let the kids decorate away there. But if you're at home and you have kids and you have a mess, get a cookie sheet out with sides, like a jelly roll style one. Let them put their cookies on there, because when they start dumping those sprinkles, it's game over. There's sprinkles everywhere. So that tray will collect those sprinkles. Otherwise, you'll be picking up sprinkles for days. Just a little tip from a mama who's learned. If you don't have a big cookie sheet, use like a plate, anything that will contain those sprinkles. And then kids love sprinkles, and they will just pour them out and you'll have no more. So you can also put some out in like little bowls, doing like pour a little bit of sampling into it and let them pick them up with their fingers and sprinkle it on. That helps you don't lose the entire bottle on one snowman, because that does happen. So do that, use a popsicle stick, let them spread it out, or a butter knife, obviously, but if you don't want to use knives with your kids, because they're fun with that. That was the way that we've done our sprinkles. And so I know when we do our one for our homeschool group, we'll have little kids and older kids. So what I will do is, our older ones obviously will hand cleaner before they do them, and then they're instructed to not lick their stick before they put it on their cookie. But we'll have little ones with us, so the little ones we'll keep separate. Their cookies, they'll just get to decorate and take home, because they just lick. I mean, you can't resist frosting, but the older ones will know enough to, all right, these are for community, we're gonna decorate, put sprinkles, and then put them on the tray for everybody else. So have your rules of hygiene so to avoid the germs, but let your little ones have fun. Let them have fun. It's a mess. They lick it. I still remember this night when I was looking at this picture, and they were little. They were just little, I don't even know if I can. I still remember this night because they didn't have a lot of sugar, and they were literally just in the bowl licking, and I was like, oh, and they got a little crazy, got a little wild, but they had a good memory. So they still remember sprinkles and decorating cookies, and we had a good time. And we had, oh, here's a picture of the 10 eyeball. It's not a snowman. I think this was a star. There you go. We got the 6 eyeball star, and that's fun. That's fun for kids. That's okay. So you just let them have fun, have your nice ones, do your ones there. So that's what I'm gonna be making today. So I'm gonna do our cutout cookie recipe. Been doing this one since way back when Steven was a baby. So we're gonna make those today, and then I'm gonna try to get to gingerbread cookies today as well, because they're the same process, cutting out and doing them. And then also maybe my cinnamon applesauce ornament, since we're gonna be baking away. I just have to see how my time frame is. I gotta start, it's 8, I gotta start kind of early here to get rolling, because we still have life to do on top of making cookies today. So let me get all my ingredients out here, and then we're gonna mix up in the mixer, get making. We'll be doing a whole bunch of cutout cookies. Okay, so I've got all my dough here. Now on my recipe it says 5 cups that I mix in there. Usually I just do that and put it in the refrigerator that way, and then just roll the flour there. Well, this time I added, because you usually have to add like 2 or 3 more cups to the mixture to make it the consistency I want. But this time I just put it all in there really, really slow. So I just had my little measuring cup. You saw me shake it in there, let it mix up. You want it to kind of like, because it kind of mixes around, it doesn't really stick to the beater thing, but then as it starts sticking to the beater and it doesn't stick so much to the side, that's when you want the good dough. So this is really good cookie dough right here. Nice and like not too firm, but like pliable is a good word. A good swishy Play-Doh. So I'm gonna cover this, put it in my refrigerator, mix up another batch because I'm gonna need double this for the recipe. So let's do another one. When I say cover it, I just put a piece of wax paper and shove it down the sides so the air doesn't get to it. I'm actually gonna put mine in the freezer because I need it like really quick getting chilled. I'm gonna mix up the same amount in the next batch. Okay, I'm out of my brown sugar and flour, so I'm gonna take my extras, pour it into containers, get it filled up real quick. Okay, I'm gonna mix up my gingerbread man recipe. We've been doing the same one forever and a day. Love it, it's tried and true. Mix it up in the mixer. I'm gonna double the recipe that I put on the screen just because we're gonna make a lot. Okay, so got all my dough done, cleaned everything up. What a mess. That's why I like doing cookies one time, because I make a mess. Yes, you could go super slow and not have flour flying everywhere. Yeah, I guess I'm just, I don't know, messy cook. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, if you got little kids, just embrace it and go, okay, it's one. I remember taking the whole day to do cut up cookies, literally. What I would do is I'd mix that dough up the night before, especially for the little ones, and then do it, do it when they go to bed and mix it up and do it the next day. But I still remember having a whole day, all day cookie fest, because it takes all day. So, and I would just set them on my table. And I still remember my girlfriend came over and her little kid, just like my kids were used to the cookies at the table. That's where I set them, because our big table, actually, that same table? No, we had a different one. And I remember lining them up on there, and she's like, and her kids just kept going by and grabbing cookies like it was just free range day. And she's like, well, they're not used to cookies just sitting on the table all day long. So that's how they dry. So good fun memories to do with your kid. Like I said, it's a mess. And if you can't do this, go buy the Pillsbury. Is that what they are? Pillsbury? They even have them like where they're already cut out and you just peel them off and put them on a cookie sheet. Who cares? If you can't mix them up, just do that, mamas. That's so much fun for your kids. They love it. They absolutely love it. And if you can't do cut out cookies at all, don't even worry about it. So do look at your season in life. So what I'm gonna do next, because my dough is chilling, I'll be pulling out in just a few minutes. I left my flour out so I can roll it out. I'll get my cookie cutters out. I'm gonna make my cinnamon applesauce ornaments. Now these smell so good. I haven't made these in a few years. It's been, and so thought of the idea because we had all the applesauce, and so found a big thing of cinnamon. Didn't think I was gonna find cinnamon. You're gonna mix, it's like 1 cup of applesauce, 1 1/4 cup of cinnamon. It just depends. You'll see it. It depends on how watery your applesauce is. So just mix accordingly. I'll mix it in the mix here. Let us show you what it looks like. If you need more, you can just obviously add more. You're gonna let it chill, then you roll it out, and then you cut it with your cookie cutters, put a hole in it, and you have this most delicious smelling cinnamon fragment thing. I remember making these and putting them all around the house on our greenery. I'm gonna put some on my Christmas tree. All those things that just smell so good. Just a natural cinnamony smell. So, and you can use the cheapest cinnamon out there. Don't worry about the most expensive because it'll cost you. So let me mix it up here in the mixer. See the consistency? It's gonna be a little wet. So my applesauce was really thick. This is actually really good applesauce. I didn't have that. It was the sour, but it had a little bit of sweet in there. So I'm just gonna leave this the way it is. I did 4 cups. I don't even know what I did. Roughly, do your cinnamon first. So if I think I did 4 cups. I could be wrong. And then I added 3 cups of applesauce and then mixed it to see what it looks like. So this is good. Put it in my refrigerator, let it chill. Let me clean up. Now I'm done with this stuff. And then we'll start rolling out cookies. All right, this is where the fun begins. Roll out the cookie dough, make a mess, and brace it once. Clean your floors later, Mama. It's okay. It's flour. If your kids touch it, it will just be okay. If you have little ones, give them a little thing with a little rolling pin. They will love it and have a fun time in little cookie cutters. We've simplified our cookie cutters over the years. We used to have like so many different, like they have 10,000 different Christmas sets. But what happens is sometimes when you cut them out, they like break off easy. And then you're like, why did I do that? So we've simplified. I have one decent sized gingerbread. I used to have a long, tall, skinny one. I think about it at Christmas to replace it, but no big deal. So this is gonna be our gingerbread one right here. And we have a little gingerbread as well. So those will be our gingerbread ones, but we are simple. We have a snowman. I like these plastic ones, are really nice. We used to have a plastic Christmas tree, but I don't. So I don't know where all those have gone to, but we have a Christmas tree. We have a star. We do a heart. We do the little flower here and candy cane and another heart. So I don't know, they just what we have. Same ones, simple, easy. Like I said, had other ones and I was like, okay, no one's gonna decorate these like a sleigh. No one's gonna decorate this like whatever. These are just simple, basic shapes. I'm more of a do the entire thing in one cookie cutter and get all that in. Just whatever works for ease. So I've got my rolling pin right here. I'm gonna put some flour down, my dough down, roll it out. If it's sticky, add more flour. Got my oven on 350. Almost there. I've got I like to use air bake cookie sheets. I've used a lot of them baking for a lot of years. I'm not an expert. No, there's a lot of things to learn, but those thin cookie sheets, do not get them. They'll just burn. Get the air bake ones, invest ones that I'm gonna say you can get a 3-pack of these for like at Walmart for maybe $20, maybe $15. I can't remember, but it's inexpensive and it lasts a long time. Like mine are worn, see the bottom? They are used, that gets on there. Real life people here. So we do a lot of baking. That's what they look like. So I'm gonna cut these all up, put them on there, put them in the oven. I've got my baking racks for my viewer. That's something baking racks. I have baking racks to put them on. We're just gonna make a ton out there, wash your hands. We're good to go for clean. Let's start cutting out 50,000 cookies. Okay, first tray. Turn your conventional oven setting on so it kind of circulates through all of it. All right, let's roll out another batch. Okay, I was doing those cookies and I'm like, is there gonna be enough cookies? So in that bin, there's like 88 cookies. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's for a community. So I have, I'm sure there's well over 100 and some cookies. But then I thought, oh, I still have all my gingerbread. So I was like, maybe I need to make more. No, I think I'll be good. So I'm gonna start doing my gingerbread. This feels a little more stickier, we'll see. Roll it out, it's gonna be delicious. Okay, that was still a lot gooier, so I had to add a lot more flour to it. I should have mixed it in the mixing bowl, but that's okay. These are done. Okay, I'm gonna keep rolling some of these out. All right, so all the cookies are done. I have a lot of cookies. Look at all these cutout cookies. There's a ton in there. I don't know, a lot. And then all the gingerbread. We decided, I was talking to the kids, I'm like, we don't really need these for at home. I was gonna keep some at home, but I'm like, by the time like we have all the other treats, because we're gonna have a lot of baked cookies, like no bakes and the little hamburger cookies and fudge, all these things, these are just like whatever. So I'm gonna take these all to our group. And then what we'll do is I'll fill up enough platters for our community. Like I think I have 3 or 4 platters, like flat. As long as we have enough to go in there, I'll cover those. That's what I'll take to that. The rest I'll divvy up among the kids at the group and they can take those home. And then I made the gingerbread people. Those are so good. I made a big one here. So then each kid can do their own gingerbread person because we have the eyeballs and all the fun sprinkles. So I think I'm gonna do that. So I did enough to have extra. They're all in the oven right now just in case some break because the legs do break off. So that's good right there. So what I'm gonna do now is make my applesauce cinnamon ornament. So I'm gonna try to do them all with my gingerbread because they're more for just smelling good and being delicious. So I'm gonna roll this out, use a little bit of cinnamon so they don't stick. You're gonna put these in a cookie sheet when those are all done and bake them at like 200 degrees real low for a couple hours in your oven. They smell so, so good. The gingerbread is about half full. I layered that because gingerbread does stick and I don't want it to break. So I've put those in there. There's all that, and these are the cinnamon ones. These, let me show you, these ones are really good. They don't have to be perfect. So what I'll do is I have fun little twine. I'm gonna put this in the oven probably for a couple hours and then let them dry. You can put them in, I could put them in my food dehydrator. That'd be something good too, but I'm just putting them in my oven because I'll make the house smell good today. And then the rest I'm gonna put on my Christmas tree because it smells so, so good. So it's okay if they look a little, like right here, it looks a little broken. That's okay. It's just delicious. So put these in the oven, 200 for a couple hours. I am done in my kitchen. We have 2 huge containers of cookies right here ended up with. So these are gonna go tomorrow and I'm gonna take, I won't show, maybe I'll show if I take it, but I won't show us there. But taking frosting, sprinkles, food dye, popsicle sticks, tablecloths, plates, platters, plastic wrap, and I think that's it. Little containers for sprinkles to go in. Just, it's gonna be a mess. There's vacuums there. So let me close these. Have that. The cinnamon ornaments are gonna be in the oven. They're gonna be in here for a few hours. It already smells delicious. Look, it's gonna be a while. They're like, well, they're kind of getting hard, but definitely still in here for a while. So home smells good. I was able to open my doors and my windows because it's that nice outside. So another thing to do when you have a busy day is pull out a freezer meal. So I did. I took out the pierogi casserole. So this one, I'm anxious to try this one. Take the lid off. This is pierogies and has some beef gravy mixture, vegetables in here. So I'm excited to try this because I haven't made this before and it looked really good. Pierogi, beef, bake. Delicious. So after the cinnamon's done, because it'll smell like cinnamon if I cook it with that, I'll put this in the oven for probably about half hour, maybe 45 minutes because it's pretty thawed. And then that's gonna be dinner tonight. We have church tonight, so I'm not gonna do any more filming because the afternoon we're gonna go do some running and get our stuff done. So I hope you enjoyed today's video of the hundreds of cookies, hundreds. There was well over 100 of the sugar cookies. And then we have the gingerbread people there though. This will be fun. So, all right, so I'll show you maybe tomorrow before I head out. I'll maybe get a chance to show you what I'm taking with me, but we'll see. We'll definitely have some food tomorrow because it's Friday. Gotta gather your fragment Friday early because I have an afternoon full of homeschool meeting and decorating cookies. So you guys have a fantastic rest of your day and I will see you guys again tomorrow with another video. All right, we'll see ya. Bye.